What's up, losers? Today I've got something a little different for everybody. Because I'm going to be checking out and reacting to a couple of funny posts from the subreddit r/sadcringe. I only recently stumbled across the sub, and when I read through a couple of posts, I legit couldn't stop laughing. So I thought it would be wrong of me not to share the joy with my audience. As always, let me know what you think of the video, and whether you want to see more stuff from r/sadcringe in the future. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into these posts.
Do people understand the psychosis that prolonged sexlessness induces? I am reaching the point of having a mental disability. I cannot even work. I cannot focus on anything other than the thought of the female body. I need to cuddle with a woman. I need to feel her hips, her breasts, her body, in my hands. I am unable to think about anything else. I have fallen so far behind on work that I will lose my job if I don't catch up. But I can't. I literally can't. I can't focus on anything else. Why is it so difficult to find a woman that wants to be physically intimate with me? I don't understand. Do women not like being handled by a man? Why are women so asexual? How does the human race continue to reproduce? I don't understand. I'm very close to paying for it. I can definitely afford it. The only reason I haven't is because it will make me feel like shit that I had to freaking pay a woman to be physically intimate with me. But I freaking need physical contact with a woman, or I will freaking explode.
Wow, spare a thought for our friend here. He isn't just down bad. He's down really, really bad. I mean, it's interfering with his life. It's getting in the way of his work. And he feels like he's going to explode. I don't know what that explosion would entail, mind you, but it sure doesn't sound good. Definitely not an enviable situation to find oneself in. I guess we can only hope that his fortunes turn around soon, before something deeply regrettable for everyone comes to pass. I do have a few suggestions for our friend here, though, that might help him figure out his next move. For starters, if his carnal desires are really soaking up this much time and energy, and causing him this much stress, it might be worth seeking help. Because I don't think that this level of preoccupation with sex is normal or healthy. I mean, people have their urges, without a doubt, but most people seem more or less able to function in their day-to-day life, even if they're in a bit of a dry spell. So yeah, it might be worth consulting a doctor, or maybe a therapist, or, I don't know, Sex Addicts Anonymous. Is that a thing? At any rate, find someone to talk to about it. My next bit of advice is, stop assuming that the reason women aren't interested in you is that they're asexual. Because, well, most women aren't asexual, they just aren't attracted to you. Sorry to break it to you. But this could be good too, because it means that there's still hope, and it gives you the chance to change some things about yourself. To improve your chances with the ladies, maybe you could get a haircut, or clean yourself up a bit, or brush up on your conversation skills, or do whatever you need to alleviate your current deficiencies, whatever those may be. As for the possibility of paying for it, like I say, there's a few things you could try before you go down that road. And I'd like to think that there's someone out there for you, if you stay patient and work on improving yourself. But I guess if all else fails, you might have to do what you've gotta do. You certainly wouldn't be the first. Just make sure that you find someone who is a real professional, and is undertaking that manner of work freely and voluntarily. For obvious reasons.
Let's face it, people don't go to Hooters for the food. Guys go there to be flirted with by scantily clad girls. They do make decent wings. However, with lots of interesting choice of sources. My latest visit here was a disappointment. Nobody flirted with me, not that I needed it. But being alone, it would have been nice. The waitresses were mostly all gathered in one corner of the place, smooching their boyfriends. The manager seemed to care less. 10 years ago it was a whole different experience. Apathy is a sure sign that a place is on the way out. The wings were not even too good this time. I guess I should be thankful that the waitress didn't throw them at me, as her attention was more on her boyfriend in the corner. The place was nearly empty. And it's obvious why. Sad.
Ha ha, wow, I can't believe this guy actually put this review out there for the world to see. It's like he's trying to make himself look as miserable as possible. And to his credit, he's doing a pretty good job. I should put it out there up front that they don't have Hooters where I'm from, and I've never been to a Hooters restaurant, so I'm hardly an expert in the Hooter lore. From what I understand, this guy is not entirely wrong in his characterization of the Hooters concept. I'm pretty sure that Hooters does indeed sell itself based on the physical attributes of its staff. And there probably is some level of expectation that they maintain a flirty demeanor when interacting with the customers. With that being said, though, as long as the food is all okay, and I'm not kept waiting for too long, I really can't imagine getting super worked up over the waitresses not flirting hard enough with me. Maybe I wouldn't give them 5 stars for service. But the idea of going online and writing a furious tirade like this over it is utterly laughable to me. I mean, it's not like the girls were going to ask him for his hand in marriage or some shit. He was still just going to eat his fill, pay, and walk out alone, so the flirtation, or lack thereof, really doesn't make much of a difference, one way or another. Despite it all, though, I can't help but feel just a little bit sorry for this guy. Because if you consider the implications of what he's saying, it paints a pretty bleak picture. I'm guessing that he doesn't enjoy much, if any, positive attention in his day-to-day life. Definitely not from women, and maybe not from anybody. So when he goes to Hooters, he's not going for the food. He's going to live out, albeit briefly, a fantasy in which he is attractive, desirable, and socially skilled. And when even Hooters failed to deliver this fantasy, he was left with nothing but despair. It's pretty tragic, if you think about it. I guess the moral of the story is, don't rely on Hooters waitresses to make you feel like a valuable human being. Because it's only going to make you feel worse about yourself when the cracks in this whole facade inevitably begin to show. Unless you're like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, and you can afford to give out $1 million tips, haha. But yeah, otherwise it's a bad idea. Oh, and as a random aside, I looked it up out of curiosity, and apparently Hooters has restaurants in 28 countries outside of the US. So it's not, technically, America exclusive, but I feel like, culturally, at least, it's super duper American, haha. Like, I genuinely can't imagine a place like it opening up where I live. Because the concept would be considered too out there. I must admit though, my curiosity is now stoked. Next time I get to visit the States, I'll have to drop in for a visit and see what it's like. But anyway. Moving on. Interested in a popular girl from Instagram. I can't believe I'm writing this right now. She's just absolutely beautiful, she's really intelligent, she has amazing style, and she's creative. I've been following her for 2 years. But I always just closed the app, because I didn't want to get carried away with it. Lately I've just let go. I have enough friends to keep me overwhelmed with plans and gatherings. Although I like being alone, I live in Los Angeles. So there is a lot to do just a couple blocks away when I'm bored.
I have decent luck with women. I've been called hot or handsome multiple times, but I have no idea how or where I would rate myself on the attractiveness scale. I'm barely 5'8", so I'm not extraordinary, but I've been told I have nice eyes, a good nose, and wavy/curly hair. I'm very introspective, and I think that has refined my interior into someone others enjoy being around. What I'm trying to say is maybe my chances aren't entirely abysmal. I've never been someone who becomes infatuated with celebrities, let alone influencers, but I just can't get her out of my head. I've written her about 10 poems, and wrote a song about her, or at least my experience with who I think she is. Should I DM her? Am I just a hopeless fool? Should I just find a way to focus on the women who are obtainable in my real life?
Oh God, I swear these guys who become obsessed with celebrities and internet personalities that they don't even know give me the heebie-jeebies big time. Probably because there have been so many well-documented cases of these guys snapping and turning violent when they don't get their way. What these guys never seem to get, this guy included, is that the opportunity for you to romantically pursue a famous person that you don't know simply is not there. It doesn't matter how physically attractive you are. It doesn't matter how introspective you are, and it doesn't matter how devoted you are to the idealized image of her you have built up in your head. It's not going to happen, because nobody in their right mind is going to go out with an online stalker, because they aren't looking to get murdered. This might be a bitter pill to swallow, but obsessively following someone's social media activity does not mean that you know them. And this is especially true when the person in question is an influencer, i.e., someone whose literal job is to present an idealized, marketable face to the public. Like, you straight up have no clue what they're really like in real life. You might as well be in love with a movie character. It's delusional, plain and simple, and no amount of romantic poetry or unilateral devotion is going to change that. So to respond to this guy's closing question, yes, you should focus on the women who are attainable in your real life. It's not even a question. Delete Instagram, forget about this woman, and get real, because nothing, and I mean nothing, good, can come of indulging this fantasy any longer.
Hey, you busy right now?
I don't know who you think you're texting, but think you have the wrong number.
Seriously, OMG, my bad. I'm so sorry. I was trying to invite my friend over, but she is too busy for me nowadays. Oh well, guess I'll smoke kush, and drink some White Russians, and enjoy my smokes and cigar lol. On my own again. The usual, I just bought a car. 2. I'm just chilling at my apartment. I'm feeling pretty good, I just want to find a nice lady. Yeah, no. Anyways, sorry to bother you. I'm just a single, clean, employed guy who tries really hard. And honestly, I'm only in my late 20s. But I hope you don't criticize or judge me. Sorry to bother you, whoever you are. Wish a nice lady would come over once in my life. Yeah, no. I could even pick them up, and they can crash here. Anyways, sorry.
Oh good lord, that was agonizing. Could this guy be any more pitiful? Like, his dating strategy is literally to text random people, pretend that it was an accident, then drop a whole ass CV into his apology, to try to, against all the odds, get him to take an interest in him, and then come around and sleep with him, I guess. Unbelievable. The worst part is how he doesn't even have the balls to come out and own up to what he's doing. He just keeps pretending that he really did message her by mistake. And that he's spilling all of these personal details for no reason in particular, I guess. What an absolute joke, LMAO. We really are hitting a new low every day, aren't we? One final observation before I move on, but I swear an alarming number of these guys, and I'm including the r/nice guys brigade here too, put clean in their personal descriptions, as if that's some kind of accomplishment or distinguishing feature. Call me crazy, but I've never felt the need to brag about the fact that I take a shower every day. You know why? Because it's an absolute bare minimum. Some of these guys really do set the bar on the floor and think that they're Dick Fosbury clearing it, ha. Like, sorry but no. I'm glad you know to wash yourself, but you're not getting extra credit for it. Not from me, at least.
I need your help.
Why, what's wrong?
Basically, I'm gay, but I've never seen a girl naked or in underwear before, so I don't know if I'm gay or bi, and it's causing suicidal thoughts. Is there any way you could help me?
I don't have much to say about this one. I just thought it was hilariously desperate. Like, this is basically the Nigerian prince scam of sexual harassment. It's so obviously a ploy that I can scarcely imagine anyone falling for it even a little bit. Much less sending the guy nudes. But I guess he just thought it was worth a go. Who knows? Maybe if he does this to like a million women, he'll eventually be rewarded for his efforts. But until that day, the grind continues. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the posts and my commentary. What do you think? Are women all asexual? Has Hooters fallen off? Is it healthy to become romantically fixated on someone you don't even know? Is it cool to try to guilt trip random people into getting with you? Do gay guys need their female friends to send nudes just to check whether they're bi? Let me know in the comments. And let me know if you want to see more r/sadcringe videos going forward. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll tip all of the waitresses at Hooters extra to deliberately ignore you, and only flirt with the other customers. Just kidding, ha. Anyway, catch you later.